What is up, my fellow citizens? It's Geo here. I missed you guys, but I'm back in action, so let's go ahead and hop into these new Vanguard variants. So the first variant that we have is the one that originally went on concept sale at first, and that is the Vanguard Warden. The original contract called for a ship capable of surviving a complete hull breach and up to 33% structural loss. And time again, Aegis Vanguard has gone well and beyond the letter of the law in bringing crews home. With heavy-hitting forward weapons, an enhanced weapon suite, and the most advanced two-person escape pod currently available, the Vanguard Warden is a ship designed to take a beating and come out on top. The second variant that we have is the Vanguard Sentinel. Why take damage when you don't have to? The Vanguard Sentinel is a ship designed to fight smart, not represented by D Smart, instead of taking enemies head on. The conversion features an AR cockpit, an external E-War pod, decoy missiles, and a set of EMP charges. In their military capacity, Vanguard Sentinels often provide necessary combat support for combined operations, helping to establish space superiority through so-called trickster missions built around sowing misdirection and confusion. A lone Sentinel assigned Wild Weasel task is frequently paired with Harbinger bombers and Warden escorts for large attack missions. Working together, a mixed unit of Vanguards have been credited with confusing and eliminating ships as large as an enemy battle cruiser. And the last variant on this list, and my favorite, the Vanguard Harbinger. Hit hard and get home alive. The Vanguard Harbinger is Earth's standard fighter bomber, converting the standard Warden model's escape pod into a potent bomb bay. The extended range of the Vanguard and the relatively small profile mean that it can go where carrier-based planes or larger strategic bombers don't, and then strike hard and make it back to frontier bases. With standardized parts and easy to change hull sections, the Vanguard Harbinger is a powerful bomber that can operate out of the roughest forward operating bases. Whoo diggity damn, these variants are sexy, and y'all know the Vanguard is my favorite single fighter ship. And oh, I love these. Now, these are going to be sold until Monday, September 7th. Now, the original Vanguard, the Vanguard Warden, is $250, and that's only going to come with 2 years of insurance. Then we're going to have the Harbinger, that's my favorite out of the three, go for $280, and that does come with LTI. And then the Vanguard Sentinel is only $15 more than the original Warden. That one's $265, and that comes with LTI also. Now, I have a lot of questions about the next part, is the upgrade and the add-ons, because this is what I'm actually looking at. Because really, I'll just keep my Warden, because I do like the colors of that kind of better. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I actually like the Sentinel colors a bit better. I love the black. It goes right with the rest of my other Aegis ships. But I understand the upgrade part. That's another thing. You guys can upgrade. If you already have a Warden, you ain't got to get pissed off. You would pay $30 to upgrade to the Harbinger, which I love that name. It just sounds so... It has this name to it. Just the Harbinger. Just the Harbinger of Death. It just sounds fucking sick if you heard it coming. And then you would have to upgrade $15 for the Sentinel if that's what you wanted. Depending on which one you want, that's the remainder that you would have to pay, and you get to keep your LTI and other goodies. But this is where I get a little confused at, because this is the option looks like I'm going for. I'm gonna buy all the kits except for the Warden, because I may keep my Warden. But for the Sentinel Battlefield Upgrade Kit, it's $25, and then the Harbinger Battlefield Upgrade Kit is $45. Then the Warden Battlefield Kit is $10. Now, it says you'll be able to swap the abilities of these kits, and the interior would be different, just like how the Retaliator upgrade pods was. But it says it does not change the styling of individual ships. Now, let's look at the 3 ships lined up real quick. So let's start with the ship closest to the screen, and that's this Black Beauty Sentinel. Now, as you guys can see, I wish I had like a little pointed thing I could show you guys, but you guys could tell. At the nose, you guys see that it has a longer antenna than the Harbinger and the Warden. So that's the first difference that I see on this ship. Second is, on the top where we see where the gunner is, or the passenger, whatever you want to call it, we have the dish on there, and then we have, like, he has like an antenna gun where he points to get information or jams, whatever the hell he's going to do up there. That is the main difference I see with this ship so far, but it has the same cockpit windshield if you see on the Warden way over down yonder. Now the Harbinger, this is where the Harbinger is a bit different. If you look at the cockpit, or pit of cock, how I like to say it, giggity. If you look, it looks like it's a bit more shielded and armored than the Warden and the Sentinel. I could definitely tell on the sides of it. You guys see it looks a little thicker, has a little more cover, kind of like how the character does, make sure it doesn't get hit by asteroids and shit like that. Then you look at the turret on top, it's pretty much got the missile pods looking sexy as all hell, and that is the only difference outside we see on the Harbinger. And then of course we get to the Warden, that has that beautiful chain gun of death or death Gatling gun, whatever the hell they call it. It's so beautiful. And then the top is I forgot the size turrets, excuse me, but it has the same cockpit as the Sentinel, and that's what we've been seeing for the longest. Now my question is, they said the outside stuff does not change, so I need to know on that Q&A. I'm not making any purchases until I get a clear understanding of what's going on, because if this is the case, if the stuff on the outside doesn't change, it's going to be a real tough one between the Sentinel and the Harbinger of Death. I'm probably going to end up going with the Harbinger, but I like the openness of the pit of cock. When you look out and see what's going on, I just want to see what's going on with all that windshield instead of having the armor, unless I plan on going real close in the battlefield. But the only thing that's going to make me really get the Harbinger, knowing that it's going to be a special type of bomber, because it's going to get in places where my Retaliator couldn't. And they said it's like a standard bomber for the UEE, so it's going to be up there. I would love to see a battle between that and the Anvil Gladiator. Matter of fact, scratch that. I would like to see a three-way fight, straight up slugfest, between the Super Hornet, the Harbinger, and the Gladiator. I would love to see a Gladiator three-way fight, King of the Hill style, straight up smackdown. I would love to see who comes out on that on top. I would just, that'd be a beautiful fight. But a lot of questions. I'm gonna wait till Q&A to make a purchase. Which one is your guys' favorite? Which one do you think you're gonna get? Or do you already have the Vanguard? I'm kind of curious, because this was an expensive ship and got a little more expensive with these variants. Is there enough difference for you guys? Because to me, I thought variants was going to look like super different, more different than this, even though they do have some cool stuff on them. Like I said, the missiles and the array gun tower thing. But you guys let me know if you will get one of these Vanguards. And by the way, make sure you guys tune in every Saturday at 5 p.m. Central on GEEKDOMO'S channel on Twitch. We do Starcast. It's back on again. It goes live at 5 p.m. Central. And then we do, if you guys can't catch it, we upload it on YouTube or whatever. So you guys can always keep up with us. And I will have the link in the description below so you guys can check it out. So you guys have a blessed day. And one more thing, Star Citizen for life.